Hey guys, Tuber here. Today we're gonna explore the wonderful world of coffee and make some drinks. We're gonna be making a laid-back cocktail that requires only minimum preparation, as well as a top-notch drink where maximum effort is required. For starters, to make good quality coffee cocktails, we're gonna need some good quality beans. Go to your local coffee shop and check the coffee bean bags available for purchase. Today, I'm at Panther Coffee here in Miami Beach. To select the perfect coffee for your cup and your cocktails, you have to learn to read the label in these bags. You'll learn that, much like wine, these labels are packed with information about what you might expect the coffee to taste like. You have to focus on these four things: origin, altitude, roasting profile, and processing method. If you master these four variables, you'll be able to predict how the coffee is going to taste like and how it's going to be impacting flavor in your drink. The origin represents where the coffee was grown. This is really important because the soil and where it's grown is going to really affect the flavor of the coffee. Traditionally, South American countries like Brazil or Colombia have more chocolatey and peanutty flavors, while Central America countries like Costa Rica or Guatemala share these chocolatey flavors but with a spark of fruitiness. You should expect earthiness from Asian coffees like Indonesia, and acidity and a sharp floral and fruity note from coffees from Africa like Ethiopia. But treat these as a really broad generalization of the matter. Now, in terms of altitude, higher altitudes like 1700 meters or these many feet have a deeper flavor because cold temperatures slow down the ripening process from the fruit that makes more complex sugar develop inside of the fruit. But on the other hand, lower altitudes produce more mellow and straightforward flavors. The roasting profile goes from light to dark, but it really varies between different roasters. As a rule of thumb, darker roasts are bold and packed with coffee flavor if you want something more straightforward and to the chase. But most of the time, it makes it really difficult to taste the different nuances of the coffee roasted this way. But on the other hand, the lighter or medium roasts highlight better the different flavors from the beans. But by far, the most important information to look for is the processing method. The most common are three: natural, washed, and honey. The wash method consists in mechanically taking apart that bean from the fruit using water and then leave to sun dry the bean on itself. This gives a clean, bright flavor profile with a little bit of acidity and floral notes. On the other hand, the natural method consists in just leaving to sun dry the whole fruit so it ferments while it dries. This imparts a little bit of sugars and some deep fruit flavors to the beans. Lastly, the honey method is a little in between. So they wash partially the fruit and left to sun dry. So it creates this texture like honey that gives really deep flavors to the bean with an addition of delicious crispiness. For today's cocktails, I've selected this special coffee. It's from Minas Gerais, from Brazil. It's harvested at 1250 meters and it has a mid-roast and it's made with a natural process. We are expecting chocolate notes from its origin, straightforwardness from its altitude, a bold flavor from its roasting profile, and a funky, ripe red fruit sweetness from its method. Okay, enough chatting. Let's make a cocktail. Let's start with our laid back. This right here is my Gibraltar tonic. It combines the popular Spanish vermouth, the gin and tonic culture, and the continent where coffee originated, Africa. Take a big container, put 1 ounce of freshly grounded coffee with 5 ounces of your favorite sweet vermouth. Let it rest for 5 minutes and strain with a coffee filter. If you want, you can also use an AeroPress. If you have one, it will aerate the vermouth, which helps open up some flavors. In a tall glass with ice, add 2 ounces of our coffee vermouth, 3/4 of an ounce of a good quality gin, and we'll fill up the rest with cold tonic. Mix it well and garnish with an orange wedge. This is a fantastic and refreshing cocktail that marries the beauty of an espresso tonic with the delicious notes of juniper from the gin but with the bold characteristics of the sweet vermouth. The best part is that you definitely can pick up the chocolatey and peanutty notes from the coffee in this drink. So the different coffee that you pick, this cocktail would definitely taste different. This is a perfect aperitif, a really laid-back cocktail for an amazing afternoon. But what about something more top-notch? If I didn't make a twist on an espresso martini, you would definitely kill me. So here's a no-cap martini. To start, we'll make a walnut tincture. Take 4 ounces of chopped walnuts and add them to a Ziploc bag or a mason jar. Add 5 ounces of a good quality vodka and seal it really well. You can run it through a sous vide at 160 Fahrenheit for 3 hours, but I prefer to pop it in my ultrasound machine for an hour. Strain it and put it in a bottle. For the coffee side, we're going to brew our coffee in a classic pour-over style. Brew it how you usually make your cup of joe, using a 1:15 ratio. For every pot of coffee, 15 parts of water. Before making the drink, let's make its garnish. Let's prepare a coffee crema. Just mix equal parts of instant coffee, sugar, and water and whisk it really hard. You're gonna get these beautiful peaks, and after that, just leave it aside. To a mixing glass, add 2 ounces of a good quality scotch, 1 ounce of our dripped coffee, and ½ ounce of pomegranate molasses. This is a reduction of pomegranate juice that tastes amazing. Finally, pop 4 dashes of the walnut tincture and a pinch of salt and give it a stir. When it's ready, we'll take a coupe from the freezer and garnish it with the crema. Make sure to pour the cocktail slowly so it doesn't mix with the crema. It's clean and bold. The drink itself, it's powerful but also a little acidic because of the pomegranate, like on the sour side. But the cream is super sweet and rich, so going back and forth between the both, it's amazing. The red fruits and the honey notes from the coffee really shine through. The walnut comes right through, and the straightforwardness from the crema side, it's really delicious. Well, there you have it. What do you think should be next? Which ingredient should we make cocktails with? Maybe a spice, maybe a fruit, maybe a herb? Just leave it down in the comments. I'll read them all. Just drop it down there. If you like it, like it. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like these, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao! This is delicious.